countless hours of preparation, tuning, tweaking to put themselves in a position to win the Daytona 500. And now you can see they just find themselves with a worthless heap of metal. This chunk of metal, all they're doing now, all they're thinking right now, Alex, is how do we get this car on the truck? This isn't about getting back in the race. This is about putting the car on the truck. And you can see how bad the 21 car of Paul Menard is torn up. The team trying to get it toward a row. And then right here, Ryan Blaney's Menard's Ford. The team working hard just to get it back on the trailer. Look at the carnage in that right rear wheel. Can't even read Menards. It's all crinkled and broken up. And now look at the back of Paul Menard's Ford. You can see nothing's left. And the car that took the biggest hit, he was hit in the front and the back and up in the air. Let's check out the number 10 of Eric Amarola. That is a mess. We saw the replay. This car was pinned in the front, up in the air in the back. The team is just dissecting it, taking parts and pieces off of it that will help them put it on the truck. Probably a $300,000 piece of machinery 30 minutes ago. Now it's a worthless heap of metal. Martin Truex Jr. Yes, thank you for your service, sir. Martin Truex Jr., the 19 car, his first ride in the 19 with Joe Gibbs Racing. You can see this car's done. Cole Pern, crew chief, overseeing the team, just trying to get it to where they can load it on the truck. Cole, is this just all about trying to figure out how to get this damn thing on the truck?
Yeah, that's about it at this point. Hopefully we can make the first plane and get the hell out of here.
Disappointing, I know. Sorry.
Yeah, it was just that kind of day. Every time we went to go make a move, something didn't happen, didn't go right, and just, oh well. Hopefully our teammates both have a good shot at it, and if they can get to victory lane, that'd be pretty awesome.
I appreciate you, buddy. So what you do as a crew chief, as a team, when something like this happens, and I guarantee you this is the case, Cole Pern's thinking Atlanta. This didn't go well. This didn't work out. We're going to get this car on the truck. We're going to get on the plane. We're going to go home, and we're going to make sure they know we're in Atlanta. I love that about crew chiefs, crew guys. That's who they are. This is over. This is done. Let's go forward. That's NASCAR official and NASCAR Xfinity Series champion, David Green. He's a NASCAR official. He's in charge of safety, and you see the gentleman in the white shirt. That's David Green. He's making sure this car held up in all the areas it's supposed to. Chris, there just wasn't anywhere to go, buddy.
No, that was a mess. Yeah, saw a couple rows ahead of us, and saw the side of a 95 car, and that was about it. Other than that, just a bunch of smoke and 7 or 8 hits along the way. So just a product of the race and all the cars being left out there, and nothing too aggressive early on. It all comes down to the end. So I hope that's it. I hope it's done for this race. It is a shame. We had a really good Kleenex wet wipes Camaro.
I was going to say, you were running really well. Your car was fast.
Yeah, we definitely had speed in this thing. I can't thank everybody enough on this JTG Doherty race team across both teams. This is the best cars we've ever brought to Daytona, the best speedway cars I've ever driven on the Cup side, and didn't get to get a result to show it, so it's a bummer.
I don't want to bother you, but I love your teammate Ryan Preece. He just seems like a guy that wants to race a car, and when I think of Chris Buescher, I think the same thing. How's that relationship going so far? I know this is a bad time to ask, and I can't wait for Atlanta to see you there. Looking forward to running well, but how's it going with you two?
Yeah, if we'd have come out of here 1-2, it'd have been a little easier to talk, but Ryan's a good dude. Very similar upbringing. He's had to try and claw his way into this sport and get to this point, and I think he's excited to be here. We're ready to get some results this season. We're in a better position than we've ever been at JTG, so we're going to go get some results. We're going to go get some great finishes, try and get some wins, and be a contender all season.
I really appreciate your time, and then I guess these boys just trying to figure out how to get her on the truck, right?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Thank you, buddy. David Green, like I said, hanging out, making sure that all the safety parts and pieces that are built into these cars held up the way they hoped they would. See who else we can find here. Fox Sports is offering us this unique opportunity to be here and to talk with the drivers behind the scenes. I think it was the 10.
It was the 10, and he said all of a sudden it just all got dark. And just for a few seconds before you could realize exactly what was going on.
And from what I remember, you're not supposed to go into the dark. Y'all were great though. Look at all the oil and dirt. The way the side of the car is ripped out. Now, your job's tires, but when it comes to crashes, you have to do everything, right?
Yep.
You're digging in, helping them get this thing ready, go to the trailer?
Yep.
We got 2 yeps out of her. She's a really sweet girl, always fun to talk to on the pit. Kevin Harvick's number 4. It's the car to can car. Here comes Landon Castle's number 00. Dragging in the dirt and the mud with it after some hard contact. I believe he collected William Byron. This is part of Daytona you don't want to take home with you. You drug the car through the mud, through the grass, and now the team just feverishly working to get it loadable where they can put it on the truck. There's Landon's car. Let's take a look inside. You can see the carbon fiber seat, all the safety innovations that have gone into a NASCAR race car. When I was a racer, you basically, when I started, you had a seat, and now they're in a cocoon. They're being able to keep the driver's head restrained, not only by the seat, but by the Hans device, an invention from Dr. Robert Hubbard, who unfortunately passed away this past early February. And his passing is sad, but it's a chance to celebrate the life of a guy who has saved many lives of racers. You can see Landon has an Earnhardt Childress engine ECR. The suspension here just cranked all the way over. The front end shortened up probably some 3 feet. Oil running out of the front of Kevin's car. Couple of stickers here I'd like to bring your attention to. Celebrating the life of Glenn Wood. Owner of the Wood Brothers team. Also the legacy of J.D. Gibbs. And forever for passion, purpose, prosper, perseverance. These teams not only go to win races, but they also go to recognize and honor others. And Glenn Wood was my car owner from 1996 to 1998. We had 3 years together. We were able to win the All-Star race together. And so my heart goes out to Glenn Wood. Here comes the pole setter. That's the 24 of William Byron. You saw the 00 of Landon Castle, I think, drive right into the left side of this 24 of William Byron. Hey, David, what's your job here when these cars come in tore all to pieces? You just make sure the structure of the car held up properly?
Yeah, and then more importantly, we have an IDR that records data, and then we take that out in a high-speed camera and then get any pictures just for reference with damage and whatnot. So
now, is there any difference in the procedure, whether it's a carbon fiber seat or an aluminum seat?
All the same, all the same. Everything looks good in all of them, thank goodness.
Yeah. Thank you. That space where the driver sits, I know it's a lot different than it was when you and I drove. David and I, we started racing on the same track back in Owensboro, Kentucky, a track called Kentucky Motor Speedway in Whitesville. We started together, and David went on to win a Xfinity championship and many races, and now he's a NASCAR official, and his job is to make sure the driver is safe, and he makes sure the driver is safe by analyzing what all happened, not only visually, but as he said, by high-speed cameras and data impact recorders. And this was a big hit. A lot of the crew guys, as you can see, they've done their work. They got the cars all loaded up, headed back to North Carolina. They'll put a fresh couple of cars on the trailer, head out to Atlanta about Thursday morning, and get ready to do this all over again.